Hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Jaws of Hakkon. In the last episode, we took out Hakkon Winter's Breath. The dragon is dead, which means the Avar god spirit is free to be reborn. Hopefully, when he is, he might be a little bit more peaceful, you never know. Yes, he's Hakkon Winter's Breath, so he will always be about fighting and war and all that good stuff, but you know, fighting and war doesn't necessarily mean, ooh, I hate everyone, I'm gonna murder the world. You know, you can be perfectly peaceful, and then, like, there's a time for fighting, there's a time for war, and there's a time for peace. You know, maybe once he's reborn, he'll understand that. Either way, we do still have a couple of more miscellaneous quests to do in the basin. Now, in between episodes, there was a bit of banter. I'm going to insert that right here.
Took your knickers, Vivi.
I purchased more of a higher quality.
Well, you're not doing this right.
I find that banter deeply disturbing, to be perfectly honest. If this was a guy saying, I took your knickers, Vivi, I guarantee everyone would be like, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on there? That ain't right. But no, it's Sarah, so it's cute and quirky and it's a prank. But if it was a dude, everyone would take that seriously. Everyone would be like, what the fuck are you doing, guy? Like, That's all I've got to say about that.
You must have made a great impression on the Avar. Some of them paid us a friendly visit. A couple even helped repair our fortifications. And one woman brought us a barrel of fermented fish. Kenric ate some. To be polite, he said. Well, he was a very polite shade of green.
Okay.
I thought we could catch up.
Anytime, Inquisitor.
Okay, nothing new.
We'll continue this another time.
Goodbye, then.
You know, I just want to check to see if there's anything more she has to say now that we've killed the dragon.
Oh, here you are. I was just going to look for you. I have something for you. I saw it and thought that would be perfect for our Inquisitor. Oh, pants. There's a bit of dried blood on the back. Sorry.
Blood?
Why is there blood on my presents?
Well, you know how it is when you slice open a gurgit. I was so sure I got most of the viscera off.
Wait, you pulled this out of a dead animal?
Oh, maker. When you put it that way.
To be honest, I don't think Aenor would care all that much. You know, it's a handy amulet. Like, that could save someone's life. Who cares where it came from?
Oh, well, that was thoughtful of you.
I shouldn't keep you. Have a great day, Inquisitor.
You too, Harding.
I should go.
Goodbye, then.
And anything else?
Inquisitor.
Okay, good stuff.
I should go.
Be careful out there.
Okay. Now then, first things first, Kenric. The game doesn't tell you to go and speak to him, however you should, because this opens up another war table mission. Hello there.
Inquisitor, I understand you located the final resting place of Inquisitor Ameridan.
Oh, we found way more than that, mate.
I was able to speak with the Inquisitor briefly before he died.
I'm sorry?
A ritual kept Inquisitor Ameridan alive all these centuries, binding him and the dragon.
Oh. Did his Talana cast some sort of spell before retreating? Or you're not implying that Ameridan was a mage. I'm committed to the truth, but if such an important figure in Chantry history were revealed to have been a mage...
Oh... Buddy, he wasn't just a mage, he was an elf. So you can cover it up and be like, yep, he was a human noble, that's all. But no, Aenor is not having that. So much of this man has been forgotten and lost. So much of herself is being forgotten and lost. And if she can preserve his legacy, then she's going to do it.
Not just a mage, Kenric. An elven mage.
Oh, and trust his dimples. This will be... I'll either be famous or beheaded. This upends centuries of history, not to mention families claiming descent from him. There may be consternation. Nevertheless, what matters is the truth. If he was elven, then the Dalish, well, it will be just brilliant. I will spread the word appropriately. Thank you again for this marvelous opportunity.
Hey, no problem. Yeah, assuage Ameridan's heirs. If you go with the line that he was noble, then you have celebrating with Ameridan's heirs.
May I help you, Inquisitor?
Okay, good stuff. There isn't anything new. Okay, yeah, good stuff.
I'll speak with you later.
Okie doke. And so there is a mission up here. Let's see, the things we have to do today. Obviously, we need to deal with the war table. There's a mission around here. There's one last Veil Quartz around here. And then we have the Avar. I think it'd make the most sense to go here first. Deal with the Avar, deal with the war table, then BAP, and then BAP. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense to me. I want to try and be methodical about this. Now then. Hello there, Thane Sunhair. Okay, you're standing on your chair. There you go.
Inquisitor, you have done more for us than most who are of Storvacker. It is not right that a guest do so much. The Hold has spoken, and you are no guest. You are kin. More than that, your deeds have earned a legend mark worthy of one who broke the Jaws of Hakkon. From today, you are known to us as Inquisitor First-Thaw.
Oh, that is... Well, here's the thing. First-Thaw makes sense because, you know, they had the winter theme and we thawed his ice. Like, it makes sense. On one hand, I do think she would be honoured because, you know, this is a special thing. They don't just give legend marks out to anyone, and they don't give legend marks out to people who aren't Avar. So this is such an honour, but at the same time, Inquisitor First-Thaw, we've now completely removed her surname. We got rid of her first name, and now we've gotten rid of her surname. She's very honoured, but I do think she's a little bit upset.
I will be worthy of the gift you give me, Thane Sunhair.
I cannot say that all Avar will be allies with the Lowlands, but your story will be told across the Frostbacks.
Okay.
I would like to talk about Storvacker, your hold beast.
What would you know?
Okay, because there's...
I will speak with you later.
Farewell.
There's something else. There's something else. There we go.
I hear you judge wrongs among your people, Inquisitor. If you are willing, I ask you to judge Storvacker.
I'm sorry.
As a warrior of our hold, Storvacker should have died rather than submit to the vile ritual the Jaws of Hakkon had prepared. It is unclear whether the Augur or I should judge such a thing. You are here. I would be grateful.
I'll bear that, but no. If we are more than capable of helping out.
I suppose I could render judgment, if it helps the hold.
Ah, Storvacker, will you speak to the hold for your deeds?
Cut back on her treats. Will bear her misconduct. This is punishment enough. I'm recruiting her. I love the puns. I love the puns, but Aenor wouldn't do that. It's between cut back on her treats and I'm recruiting her. Oh, here's the thing. I've been saying, you know, like, Josie asked her, like, hey, try and find recruits and all this, that, and the other. And it would be really impressive for the Inquisition to be like, hey, we've got a hold beast now. But at the same time, this is their hold beast. We don't necessarily want her to be in a position where she could get killed, because that would really upset these people. You know, like, what right do we have to take their bear? We rescued the bear, gave it back to them, and then like, oh, we're taking her now. If they were really against it, then they could say no. And you'd assume it'd only be like, oh, we're going to take her for like a couple of months. Just like show her off a bit, and then we'll bring her right back. Again, I think Aenor's logic is if they're really against it, they can always say no, and we'll cut back on her treats. But, like, I might as well ask because I've been asked to.
As honorary member of the Hold, I believe a Hold Beast can travel with my people and still keep her oaths. Storvacker, as Inquisitor First-Thaw, your punishment will be to serve my Inquisition.
Lady, the Master of the Hunt will make mockery of me for this.
Too grisly to bear. Don't worry, we're bringing her back. We're only going to keep her for like a month.
Inquisitor First-Thaw.
Okay, there we go.
I will speak with you later.
Walk with the lady's blessing.
Indeed, you too. Agent acquired. We've got a bear. Nice.
Dead. At last. The ogre's working to restore him, true. We'll start the offering soon.
Okay. Lovely jubbly. And now with that, let us head back to Skyhold. Oh my god, I'm just thinking after this, we'll go back one final time and then that'll be it. Oh my god. My heart. Also, I need to remember this. I keep forgetting. Okay, let's get the war table sorted.
I've chosen a buckle over with turquoise. 5 feathers.
You're so bold. I have selected simple shades of rose and a shocking parasol.
Oh, careful. You'll distract from the happy couple.
Impossible.
I do agree. But what if...
No date before the seasons and fashions change. Disaster.
Agreed.
Which happy couple are you talking about? Who got together? It's certainly not Aenor. Aenor's still reeling after being dumped. She's like, what did I do? What happened?
The note just reads, they are happier now. Thank you.
Let me see. I believe it's from Cowl. Was it he who suggested we give the refugees the warmer quarters? I can't remember.
Probably was him. Either way, it's nice that Cowl is still helping people out. That's lovely. Okie doke, people. Come forth. And you know what? You know what? Let me grab that. And then I'm going to upgrade the shield doodad a wee bit.
Do you ever wonder what lies at the edges of the map, past the seas?
No.
I think we have enough to worry about on this continent. Of course, but...
I mean, what does lie beyond the frozen sea? It's a good question. Send relics, excuse me. We got the Jade Ham. Send relics of Trida Britax. Stonebear Hold is extremely grateful for the relics, and for us sharing the location where we found them. Their hunters searched the area and found trinkets that we missed or assumed of no import, but which are highly esteemed by the Avar. It is interesting to note that the Avar were completely unsurprised by Trida being a mage. While it was lost to Ferelden history, it was evidently taken as an unspoken truth among the Avar. Sister Dorcas Guerin. Lovely. A cultured exchange. Dear Lady Montilier, Sigrid Gulsdotten was a delight. Such a fresh perspective. True, the evening threatened to go poorly when the Avar Mage and Magister Varixus bickered over the proper use of spirit bindings, but she brought down the house during a practical demonstration of spheric energy projections, both figuratively and very nearly literally, quite invigorating. I cannot tell you how gratifying it was to see all the old goats from the Ferelden circles outdone by an Avar. We must have her back. Also, I believe Varixus invited her to his summer villa. All the best, dear. Countess Fletcher, maybe? So either way, good for Sigrid. Good for her. And now we have Assuage Ameridan's heirs. I don't think I even need to look who I want for this. But I do want for 2 Grizzly to bear. So you know what? I'm gonna just pause this right here. Be right back. Okie doke, and I am back. So yeah, as it turns out, I want the exact same person for both of these. Let's do 2 Grizzly to bear first. Inquisitor. I have found an old Avar warrior familiar with the care and treatment of hold beasts. It was not cheap. After I persuaded him to take the job, he insisted I meet Storvacker myself. The creature mistook the lining of my coat for a bear's scruff and licked me. The Avar was much amused, saying that Storvacker must think I'm a cub with mange. Despite this, I have thought of a use for the beast. Let us send a batch of soldiers along with this warrior and Storvacker to other Avar holds to demonstrate the might of the Inquisition. We may make some allies, and the Avar can help us patrol the mountains. No one else knows the Frostbacks as well as they do. Commander Cullen. Yet Josie isn't participating. Liliana says, I would prefer we keep our new friend out of harm's way. Let us find a cave for Storvacker until her service with us is complete. And Cullen says, let me at least profit from this humiliation and send Storvacker with our soldiers to impress the other Avar. Yet we're not going to be getting into any fighting, and here's the thing, if we do, she's a bear. She's a bear, she's very proficient at defending herself. And I highly doubt the other Avar holds are going to be like, oh, someone else's hold beast, let's murder it. You know, because that's seen as a grave slight, so, yeah, let's kill him.
Inquisitor.
Indeed. Okay, you know what? Whilst I'm here, yeah, go on. Josie.
At your service.
We might as well. Why not? Okay. We're almost up to 10. Well, here's the thing. I don't think there actually is a level 20. I think you reach the very end and it just kind of sticks at 19. Which isn't a bug. That's how it was designed to be. Hello there, madam. I hope you enjoy the wedding of whoever. Now then, do we have... Oh, okay, I don't know what conversation that was, but... Okay. And, oh, let me over. Let me over, let me jump. Please. Whee! Okay, to the Undercroft. Let's get these trial rewards before I forget. Heart of Despair. Okay, what? Would that be an accessory? Weapon, perhaps? Heart of Despair, what is... That is pretty cool. But I'm happy with what Aenor has. Okay, so what is the Heart of Despair? Valuables? I think I'm gonna have to look that up. Because I have no idea what that could be referring to. Doesn't sound like it would be a leather or metal, maybe? You know what, I'ma just look that up in between episodes. And how is that inventory? Oh, that is fine. That is a-okay. Now then, let's head back to the basin. World map, and down there. There we go. Yeah, it'd be quickest to go from here. And who do I want? You know what? Let's Fap and Dorian. There we go. Now then, will it still be night? That is the question. It is! Lovely! Excellent! I've said it before and I'll say it again. I do wish there were more nighttime maps. Again, whilst I remember. Let's grab. That's just a cooldown timer. Yeah, let's grab that. Why not? I don't know if I'm going to keep that. I might switch it out halfway through Trespasser, but you know, it's good to use it for right now. Why not? Where are you at? Right there. Havard Pierre de Mortisan. We know this man because we've read his codex entries.
Inquisitor. Baron Havard Pierre de Mortisan. I've come to consult with your soldiers on matters pertaining to natural threat. The beasts of these woods are fierce. I fear they've already claimed the life of my dear, devoted scribe.
Oh, not Dunwich! No!
What are you doing out here?
Once I was content to remain in the safety of my estate. Then, with the passing of my uncle, I was obliged to join an expedition to the stranger parts of Thedas. How little of our natural world is understood. What terrors creep across the soil while we lie ignorant and ill-prepared. If you knew what I do of the common fennec, you would not sleep. From that day onward, I have studied the wilds and the beasts therein.
Okay. And do you have any suggestions, sir?
Are my soldiers running into problems?
They face delays establishing camps due to pests of various nature. I offered to consider the matter. There is an herb mixture. Correctly placed, it could ward beasts away from their supplies. I would not presume to further involve myself in your organization's military affairs. Perhaps I might entrust these to you.
Okay, fair dues.
I should go.
Inquisitor.
Yeah, we can do that. Now, don't mind me. Torn page. The corner of a page torn from an old tome. Last words uttered. The wretched grin. He was... What fate befell the brother was lost with him. Though all efforts were made, he could not be revived. Written below in another hand, relations could not be found. Within the basin... From the journal of Havard Pierre de Mortisan. We met as planned. My esteemed colleagues could not conceive of the possibility, though I had presented the evidence quite plainly. Any scholar may relate to the disheartening nature of such meetings, and I admit I spoke in some frustration then. We parted ways soon after. Later, with my feelings restored to a more charitable nature, I found I could not fault them. Had fate and obligation not led me down stranger paths, would I not be as they are now? Have there not been times in the darker hours of the night when my soul has longed for the ignorance which shields one's sensibilities? But while these thoughts ensured kind emotions for my peers, they brought me no closer to my goals. It was thus good and It was thus good and unlooked for fortune that brought to my attention the impending expedition to Frostback Basin. The Inquisition, a large and respectable institution, would explore the region for secrets of a historical nature. I have attached myself as a consultant, for surely the beasts within that wild place will cause some alarm, and will fulfill said role as promised. However, time in which to pursue my own interests was secured in the agreement. While Kenric may seek the past, I will search for mysteries that yet live. Okay. Very interesting. Alrighty then. Now then, you know what, we can go round. Actually, wait a minute, I think I have in my head that there's something up here that opens later, so it actually may be more prudent to go here. Now then. Let's place these wards, and hopefully I don't get ambushed by spiders. Fingers crossed.
Not to disparage the enlightened Baron, but I didn't think these would actually work.
Hey, I mean, the man knows what he's doing. Like, he's done a lot of research, he's written a lot of books. Yeah, he seems like a bit of a prick, but he does know what he's talking about. And the next one should be right here. And oh, hello. A Dunwich, hey! Hello there.
Herb wards. Those could assist the soldiers. I take it you've met Baron de Mortizan?
And you are?
Dunwich, your worship. The Master's scribe.
De Mortizan said you were dead.
I'm merely late, sir. I was not to return until I'd gathered evidence on the Nox Morta.
How did you get involved in all this?
I've been the Master's scribe these past 10 years. The Baron has made a study of a number of creatures. I'm assured my assistance is invaluable.
Okay, and evidence for what exactly?
You're gathering evidence on a...
The Nox Morta. I was to set out apparatus for gathering information on the beast. Retrieving it proved difficult. Gurguts. If you're out here anyway, your worship, I can inform you that the Baron's pockets are deep. He would no doubt appreciate any efforts made on his behalf.
Yeah, but what is this creature?
What is the Nox Morta exactly?
A skulking beast the Master believes lies somewhere in the basin.
That's not very specific.
I'm afraid specificity eludes us, sir. Officially, the beast remains undiscovered and unwitnessed.
Okay.
I should be going.
Very good, sir.
But if it's undiscovered and unwitnessed, how do you know it's real? Sir, how do you know that it is a real thing and that it exists and shit? Let's not question it. There we go. Way. Now then, whilst I'm in between locations, I would very quickly just like to apologise to anyone. I know that when I have Sarah in my party, I get very salty. I get extremely salty because she says a lot of shit that is offensive. And here's the thing, I like to complain. That's something you should know about me. I like to complain. And here's the thing, I do understand. Listening to people complain, it can be very annoying, it can be very upsetting, it can be uncomfortable at times. I have no intention of making anyone feel that way. So if you've been a little uncomfortable during my past episodes where I had Sarah in the party, I do want to apologise. Like I said, from my perspective, complaining is something enjoyable. Complaining it's something fun. I really love complaining. In a way, I enjoy having Sarah in my party. I don't like her. I kind of hate her as a character. But I do enjoy having her in the party because she gives me something to complain about, and I like that. I think that's quite a cultural thing. I'm gonna pick on the Americans here a little bit. I do apologise. I'm only doing so because Americans are the most... Oh God, what's the term for it? It doesn't help that I'm trying to focus on fighting. The majority of people who watch my channel are Americans, so that's why I'm picking on y'all here. I think in America, complaining is taken a lot more seriously. It's seen as more of like, okay, something negative has happened, and, you know, I need to vent about it, you know, I need to express my distaste for something. It's taken a great deal more seriously than it is in the UK. For us, complaining, it's almost on the same level as gossiping. It's something that you know you shouldn't do it, but it is really rather fun. That's the best way I can explain it. So, die, kill it, there we go. And a yoink, there we go. And a yoink. Lovely. No, yeah, so if you've been thinking, thank you, timer, this episode is going to go on for however long it takes. If you've been, you know, sat there thinking, my God, Callista must be so full of hatred. How she's complaining that much, dear God, she must be really pissed. Quite the opposite. Oh, Lord. There we go. You know what, let me just focus on this for a minute. Focus it. There we go. Also, why not? Why not? There we go. Excellent. A half-chewed label. A half-chewed label clings to the apparatus. The remaining text has blurred beneath a coat of drool. The attempt, recorded for posterity at the behest of, would be lost in the endeavour, forward the property of... Okay.
Whatever it is, it must be what Del Mortazan wanted.
I'm sure he'll be able to attain information from it. Unless... Was part of this eaten?
Probably. Probably, let's be honest. Okay, now then, I think the best way to get to this one would be to go over the mountain and then around. So yeah, let's head in this direction. Where was I? Where was I? That bird is floating. Let's ignore it. I'm not messing with you, spiders. I'm not... God damn it. God damn it. Why are you like this? How dare. Bap it. Bap it. There we go. Ow. There we go. Are you okay? Are you alright? Let's just leave. It's weird. This place is cursed. This place is cursed. Yeah, like I said, if I'm complaining, then please don't take what I say seriously. I very rarely complain when I'm angry. Because, like I said, complaining is something fun. I view it as something almost jovial, in a way. When I'm angry, I go the complete opposite way. I think that's the best way to put it. When I'm actually miserable, like if you've been watching these Let's Plays, these past few episodes, and thinking like, my God, she's so miserable, she's so angry. I'm annoyed by the banter that Sarah's had. It hasn't made me angry. Only one has. Okay, I'ma just pause. Only one of the banters that Sarah had made me genuinely angry, and it was the one where she stole Vivienne's knickers. Because that's such an invasion of privacy. Like, why would you even do that? Why would you do that? It's like, I can't complain. I can't. There is nothing fun in complaining about someone stealing someone's underwear. That's just depraved. It's... When I'm genuinely angry, when I am genuinely, like, infuriated, I go the complete opposite way. I don't shout, I don't scream, I don't get aggro. I go very quiet. And if anything, if I do speak, I sound drained. I sound emotionless because I have nothing to give besides anger. And I don't enjoy feeling angry. Despite all of the salt I threw at Sarah, like I said, I was never angry in those times. I was just complaining. The way to tell when I'm outraged, typically there's a long pause and then that is basically code for I'm about to throw hands. Like, I swear to God, I am incandescent with righteous fury. If I'm complaining, I'm probably having a good time. To be perfect, are you okay? He's pissing off, so like I'm fine with that. Okay, let's just let him go. Let's leave. Let's find de Mortisan again. There we go. Yeah, that is the only quest I have in this area, correct? I just want to double check. Yes. Okay, I'm finding the last Veil Quartz. Got it. Got it. Yeah, this episode is going to go on for however long it takes until I complete everything. But yeah, so I do apologize if you all have been thinking like, my God, she's so angry. Gee, she's so angry these past few episodes. I genuinely wasn't. I know I can get a bit aggro when I complain. I know I do, and I will try and watch that in the future. I do apologize if I've made anyone uncomfortable these past few episodes.
That Dunwich yet lives while I was so certain of his passing. The Maker smiles on this endeavor.
Okay.
Your scribe, Dunwich, mentioned something called the Nox Morta.
Ah, yes. I have yet to lay eyes upon it. Pray do not request details so soon. Not when concrete evidence lies yet unturned.
Well, I have said evidence.
I've evidence of your Nox Morta, I think.
Yes. To observe the mark of the teeth. Let me see. Gurgut and Gurgut. But this. A beast unclassified and interested in the bait presented. What lies before us is an opportunity to greet the unknowable. Yet I confess fear, knowing I lack the skill to confront it. Surely Andraste's herald does not share my limitation. If you would take the bait and confirm its existence, I would be in the Inquisition's debt.
Well, can you tell us anything about it first?
What can you tell me about Nox Morta?
Mere scraps of knowledge gleaned from bloodstained papers. They speak of a creature enamored of shadow lurking in the darkest places. Silence pays it favor, concealing its horrid bulk until a stretched mouth takes its prey. Of course, some of my colleagues deem the beast a mere fancy.
Okay.
I should go.
Inquisitor.
Well, that sounds suitably terrifying. Dunwich? I saw you walk over this way, Dunwich. Let's not question that. The man just disappeared in the middle of the night. Let's not question it. Everything is fine. Just to continue on with my previous conversation for a minute. Please don't think every time I'm quiet, I'm raging inside. Like, there have been multiple times where, I'm running across the map and I don't say anything. I'm not sat here like, running fills me with rage. Like, no. I just have nothing to say. But it's, if anything happens, if there is some banter or, something happens in a cutscene and I don't make any kind of comment, like with the, the I took your knickers, Vivi thing, like, if I just have a kind of like, that basically means, like, I hate this. I genuinely hate this, but I don't like being angry, so I'm gonna bite my tongue.
I finally found someplace I hate even more than caves. That's a first.
It is! It is a first! Hey, good for you, Varric. I should also warn, I'm not gonna stop complaining. I enjoy complaining. I will not be stopped from doing it. If something happens and I'm like, oh, that's done piss me off, I'm gonna talk about it. But like, I do hope you understand that it's not coming from a place of, oh, I hate this and I'm real fucking angry. It's just something I like doing. Like I said, I'll try and remember to check my tone. I'll try not to get so aggro. Okay, where are we looking?
Mortizan said to place the bait here. We need to find a good spot.
Right, because it might be picky.
We wait for the Nox Morta, then kill it.
Is that... Wait. Did you hear that?
Yeah, it's just a giant bogfisher. A giant albino bogfisher. Do you remember the Codex entry? That wicked grin? That's certainly a wicked grin.
You can't be serious.
Bogfish?
No. It's got babies. It's got babies. Oh no.
It's a bogfisher?
Not the ordinary kind.
Just back it. Just take it out. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Why do you have babies? Why? No, go after the big one. Get it. There we go. And you? Okay, you don't. But you do. There we go. And you do one of them. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Stun it. Running speed. That. Please, come on. Just go down. Just go down. That. On me. Stunned, please. I know, please connect. There we go. Ooh.
Did that just happen?
I suppose it was a very aggressive bogfish. Not what I expected.
Mortizan will want to hear about this.
And its babies are still going. Flipping heck. I'm so sorry. Still, if they're as aggressive as the mother, then maybe we should take them out. Oh, is it too small to make contact with? Flipping heck. But this one's more difficult than the mother. Flipping heck. There we go. Okay. Oh, Helm of the Dragon Hunter. Thank you kindly. Okay. There we go. And back over to here. And then it's just the Veil Quartz left. Or at least it should just be the Veil Quartz. I hope it's just the Veil Quartz. Yeah, it is. I'm being paranoid for no reason. Now then, Mortizan, I have found your Nox Morta, and I have also killed it. Sir, are you okay? Sir, where are you going? Where do you go to at night? What is happening?
Pray, do not keep me in suspense. Your haunted stare speaks plainly of an encounter with the Nox Morta.
Yeah, I found it.
Is the Nox Morta a bogfisher, by any chance? A large, aggressive bogfisher?
Bogfisher? That quaint nomenclature inadequately describes its lesser kin. And here is whom we must serve.
Why didn't you...
I told them to have proof of its existence. Minds shall be enlightened. So when enlightenment comes at the cost of such fearful truths, I must wonder at its toll. Permit my humble gratitude to reflect the risk taken, your worship. Where's Dunnage? I must draft a letter to the university.
He knew! He knew the entire time!
I should go.
Inquisitor.
Sir! Sir, how dare you? Field notes. Additional field notes in regards to the exploration of the Nox Morta within Frostback Basin as dictated by Havard Pierre de Mortizan. The return of the apparatus has proven more enlightening than I dared hope. The application of rosemary to the bait has attracted a creature of unknown origin and properties, save for the indentations left by its teeth. What occurs if the Nox Morta reveals itself? How long have thoughts of the beast preyed upon my dreams? What comes if they are gone? Peace? Or will further knowledge unlock hints of greater depths that I will be compelled to explore? Dear God, he's so pretentious. Run. Flee. Flee, we must go. It's time for the last thing. The last piece of Veil Quartz. I hope I'm looking in the right place. If not, I can always cut through it, but yeah, it's better if we go up this way. We need to go past Nigel's Point, we need to find the cliff edge, and then basically we need to fall down a cliff. That's the best directions I can give, I'm afraid. The God Razorback, aye. Fair dues. Okay, those are the camps. I was like, those aren't all quests, are they? No. No, panic over, panic not. Okay, where's the Veilfire? God, maybe I should have done this when it was still daylight. Maybe that's... Oh no. You know what? I think I'm gonna cut through this. You don't deserve to watch me blunder about in the dark. I'm gonna go grab some Veilfire. I'm gonna make my way over to where I believe the Veilfire Quartz is. I'll see you when I get there. Okie doke, and I am back. So I actually ended up getting the Veilfire from the hold. That was the quickest place I could get to. And for the last bit of Veil Quartz, you want to come roughly to here, to this white tree with a ton of branches. It's next to this one, and then there's like a bunch of bare branches over here. And what you're gonna want to do is try and get down to this ledge. Careful. And then it should be right down there. Yep. There we go. Lovely. Alrighty then, drink up. And with that, that is everything done and dusted. You can drop that, there we go. Yeah, that is everything done and dusted in the Frostback Basin. That is the Jaws of Hakkon DLC complete. My goodness. My goodness, look at that. Okay, let's head back to Skyhold. Everyone's back in on the war table, so we can collect those. We can get Assuage Ameridan's heirs going, and then I will leave this episode off right here. Oh my god, I can't believe that tomorrow I'll be starting Trespasser. That seems so strange to me. I'm going to be saying hello. I'm going to be saying goodbye to Aenor so very, very soon. Ooh, hello?
At your order.
Okay, nothing new. Fair dues. I may be saying goodbye to Aenor, but I will be saying hello to Naomi Shepherd soon too, so that, you know, swings and roundabouts. I'm very excited to play Mass Effect. I've avoided so many story spoilers of that game. I am playing it practically completely blind. If it wasn't mentioned in any of the Dragon Age games, then I don't know it. So yeah, I'm very excited to see what Mass Effect has in store for me. Too grisly to bear. Apparently, the sight of Storvacker marching with Inquisition soldiers has made an impression, and she was an admirable combatant when helping them fight off a wyvern. We've had success brokering an exchange. Some of the Avar scouts will join ours in the mountains, and we will send their holds certain goods imported from Orlais. She is an unusual addition to the Inquisition, even by our standards, but I am pleased to report Storvacker has proven worthwhile after all. Commander Cullen. So tell me, Commander, would you dub this bear a roaring success? Liliana. No, Cullen. Excellent. Assuage Ameridan's heirs. In light of new evidence regarding Inquisitor Ameridan's heritage, the de Ameride family of Orlais has complained of harassment by the Dalish clan Ghislaine, who insists that the de Amerides have profited for centuries by claiming descent from Inquisitor Ameridan. Clan Ghislaine has historically made the same claim, but the authorities ignored them.
You've styled your hair that way for ages now, Liliana. Why don't we do something new with it?
I'm used to the way it is.
What about our commander?
He does something with his hair already.
Oh, it does look very nice today.
I don't...
You mean it just gets that way on its own?
Not entirely.
Oh, I'll miss this. I'll miss this so much. Okay, Clan Ghislaine has historically made the same claim, but authorities ignored them. The Dalish would like reparations, while the de Amerides would like this embarrassing matter to disappear. Josie says, if we bought the silence of Clan Ghislaine with a few mementos of their Inquisitor, the de Amerides would be most grateful. Liliana says, we could use Dalish scouts, bring Clan Ghislaine into the Inquisition, make the de Amerides pay for our silence. I'm sorry. It's the end of the episode and my tongue is just like, please, I need to rest. We could use Dalish scouts, bring Clan Ghislaine into the Inquisition, make the de Amerides pay for our relative silence. And Cullen says, the de Amerides have spent years profiting from a name they claimed falsely. The Dalish deserve honest reparations. Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right.
Would Aenor pick anything else? Okie doke. And yeah, I'm not going to bother having Josie make us any money. Okay, I'm going to head to the Undercroft. I'm going to look at what I have in my inventory, sort all that out, and just see how much Veil Quartz I have. Maybe I'll make some new armor and weapons, maybe I won't, I don't know. I kind of like what everyone has. Either way, it'll all get done in between episodes. So, I'm going to sign off.
Serve the Lord who loaded his...
Okay, good stuff, sir. Yeah, I'm going to sign off right here. In the next episode, we get started on Trespasser. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.